quest to win. You led me on as the race was made. Lautech anthem.
We sing Lautech, your promotion of applied sciences. All see the spectrum and the beginning of the race of progress. Students of Lautech are the leaders today we manifest. Grace are committed to the training of total persons. Great Lautech, great Lautech, always stand for excellence. Great Lautech, greatest Lautech, integrity and service. Integrity and service.
Please let us be seated. We want to welcome everybody to this meeting officially. It is the occasion of the 66th inaugural lecture of the Lautech Akintola University of Technology, Ogbomoso. At this point, Mr. Vice Chancellor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me invite to the podium the representative of our registrar, Dr. Bayo Adeyi, to come and invite the VC to the podium.
As this program progresses, it is my delight to invite the Vice Chancellor to come and read the citation of the inaugural lecturer, Professor Mrs. MUIBAT OLABISI BELLO. The Vice Chancellor, sir.
the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academics and Innovation, the University Registrar, University Bossa, the University Librarian, Provosts of the colleges, Deans of the faculties, Dean of Postgraduate School, professors here present, distinguished guests, men of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today to represent the Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Razak Olatunde Rom-Kalilu, who is unavoidably absent with us here today, attending to some equally important matters outside Ogbomoso. On his behalf, I hereby want to read the citation of the 66th inaugural lecturer, Professor MUIBAT OLABISI BELLO. Professor MUIBAT OLABISI BELLO ni Ajani was born into the family of late Alhaji Nafiu Olagoke Ajani, late Alhaja Mariam Ayoni, and Alhaja Anifat Ajani on April 27th, 1971 in Iwo, Osun State, Nigeria. Her foundational years were shaped by a quest for knowledge that began at Ansarudin Primary School, Akinfenwa area, Iwo, and later BELLO Baptist Primary School, Ejigo, both in Osun State. She started her secondary education at Ansarudin High School, Ejigo, and subsequently completed it at Iwo Grammar School, Iwo. Her academic pursuit blossomed with a Bachelor of Science Ed in Chemistry from Adeyemi College of Education, Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, in 1991. Driven by a passion to applied sciences, she earned an MSc in Industrial Chemistry from the University of Ibadan in the year 1995, and a PhD in Industrial Chemistry from Lautech Akintola University of Technology, Lautech, Ogbomoso, in 2007. Her academic portfolio was further enriched by earning an international certificate in monitoring, evaluation, and impact assessment of food and nutrition security from the Center for Development and Innovation, Wageningen, UR, the Netherlands, in 2015. Following her National Youth Service at the 82 Division of the Nigerian Army Medical Laboratory, Enugu, in 1992, Professor Bello began her teaching career with the Lagos State Teaching Service Commission at St. Gregory's College, Obalende, Lagos, from 1993 to 1995. She later transferred to the Oyo State Teaching Service and taught chemistry at Ogbomoso High School and Anglican Grammar School between 1995 and 1999. Her journey with Lautech began in 1999, and she rose steadily through the ranks to be pronounced Professor of Industrial Chemistry in the year 2014. Over the years, She has served the university with distinction, contributing to a number of committees and mentoring over 150 undergraduate and postgraduate students. A trailblazer in entrepreneurship education, Professor Bello has equipped thousands of students with practical chemistry-based skills, empowering them to produce household and industrial materials. Professor Bello's research centers on the value addition to underutilized plant species, fruits, vegetables, and oilseeds, which are plant materials often overlooked but are rich in micronutrients and usable for industrial applications. Her work has illuminated the immense potential of endangered and neglected plant species as sustainable sources of agro-industrial raw materials. Through her pioneering studies, she has demonstrated the dietary, nutraceutical, and pharmacological values of several indigenous medicinal plants, publishing over 50 scholarly articles and delivering papers at both national and international forums. In 2013, as a visiting scientist at the United Nations University Institute for Natural Resources in Africa, Accra, Ghana, she developed a policy titled Tackling Hidden Hunger, the Potentials of Underutilized Plant Species. This impactful document has informed policy directions across several African nations on the sustainable exploitation of underexploited plant resources. Her academic influence exceeds the boundaries of Lautech. She has served as visiting professor at Al-Hikmah University, Ilorin, and as an external examiner and professorial assessor for several institutions, including Lagos State University, Ojo, Lagos, Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, University of Ilorin, Ilorin, OLABISI Onabanjo University, Ago Iwoye, Kebbi State University of Science and Technology, Kebbi, and Emmanuel Alayande University of Education, Oyo. In recognition of her expertise, Professor Bello was appointed by the Osun State government as a member of the visitation panel to one of the colleges of education in the year 2012. In 2022, she was named a member of the Iwo Board of Trustees, IBOT 3, by its Imperial Majesty, Oba Dr. Abdurrashid Adewale Akanbi, Ilufemi Loye, 1, the Oluwo of Iwo Land. Her professional affiliations reflect her dedication to scientific excellence, and she is a fellow of the Chemical Society of Nigeria, a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Chemists of Nigeria, and a member of both the American Chemical Society and the Royal Society of Chemistry. Beyond academics, Professor Bello is deeply committed to her faith and community. She serves as the chairperson, Amira, of the Tawakalitu Muslim Women Organization, Oyo and Osun zonal coordinator of the Muslim Scholarship Fund in Nigeria, and a member of the Pious Muslim Women International Organization. Professor Bello is happily married to Alhaji Bashir Wale Bello, CEO of Hanadif Global Services and Union Tours and Travels Limited. Their union is blessed with God-fearing children. As I invite Professor Bello to come and deliver the 66th inaugural lecture of Lautech, Akintola University of Technology this day, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, I declare the inaugural lecture open. Thank you.
The Vice Chancellor, members of the University Governing Council, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Strategy and Development, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic and Innovation, the Registrar, the Bursar, the University Librarian, the Chairman Committee of DVC's Provost and Deans, Dean Faculty of Pure and Applied Sciences, Dean Postgraduate School, Deans of other faculties and student affairs, members of University Senate, Head of Department of Pure and Applied Chemistry, Head of other departments and units, esteemed spiritual leaders, His Imperial Majesties and Royal Highnesses, members of my family, nuclear and extended, members of the university community, distinguished guests and friends, gentlemen of the press, great Ladokites, ladies and gentlemen. All praises are due to Almighty Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, for giving me the grace to witness today and for allowing me to present this inaugural lecture. I am deeply humbled for the opportunity to contribute to this intellectual tradition, particularly in the often overlooked realm of underutilized plant resources. Alhamdulillah, 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 Rabbil Alamin. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, permit me to share my story from the beginning as a young girl. I started my schooling as a toddler at age 3. My father was actually a school teacher at Iloko Jesha Grammar School in Osun State, the Old Oyo State. He was transferred to many other schools in Old Oyo State. I was in primary 4 when my father was transferred to Ansarudin High School, Ejigbo. Emi Omo Pinrin, as popularly called, meaning principal's daughter. So I attended Villa Baptist Primary School and Ansarudin High School. He was transferred again. And so what do you expect? It is big before. I followed my father to complete my secondary school education at Iwo Grammar School, Iwo, in 1986. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, this my story is not unconnected with my inaugural lecture of today. My father actually taught me not just glance, rather explore. My younger brother and I usually travel together with my father from Ejigbo to Iwo. Then the road was good and smooth. So we used to have pleasurable drive, viewing food crops, fruits, cocoa, cashew, and different color fruits that we might not even know the name. Most times we wish we plucked some of the fruits as they were attractive in our language. Daddy, eduro fun wa. Daddy, eduro fun wa. Turning it to song. My daddy of blessed memory now. We slowed down driving, pretended to wait, but we later zoom off, not knowing he was teaching us the lesson that we should not just glance, rather explore and bring out values to these gifts of nature. University education. My higher education started with admission to university. I wanted to study pharmacy, but I love chemistry. My daddy was actually a chemistry teacher. Then we had 3 choices of courses. I enrolled for pharmacy as first choice, left to pick chemistry. I sat through the bronchial and saw chemistry in the Faculty of Sciences and Faculty of Education. I was confused. One of my uncles was in our IGS quarters that day. Alhaji Wasiu Akinloye Azam, now retired Director of Education. I asked him, of which faculty should I choose? He told me to choose Faculty of Education. And in this world, I want to read education, wanted to reach out. Thus, I feel chemistry as a course in the Faculty of Education. There are so many stories around this. On one fateful day, the post office box was opened and I received an admission letter to read a BSc Education Chemistry degree at Adeyemi College of Education, Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. I graduated in 1991 with a first-class honor division. Following my NYSC at the Nigerian Army Enugu, I received an appointment letter with the Lagos State Teaching Service Commission. I was posted to teach chemistry and integrated science at St. Gregory's College, Obalende. As a young teacher, navigating Lagos, bustling morning commute, often standing in the iconic Mo-Olue buses, while official parastatal buses passed by comfortably, I observed one organization with particular fascination, the Raw Material Research and Development Council. That daily feature sparked a renewed drive. I resolved to pursue postgraduate education in industrial chemistry, a field that aligned with my innate desire to explore, process, and deliver final products for human use, with the hope to work in a federal parastatal like RMRDC. My master's research focused on the utilization of plant materials for pulp and paper production, a study that marked my first deliberate step into the world of underutilized plant resources. I evaluated the pumping potential of various plant wastes and discovered that Melia acederac and Cedrela odorata exhibited promising chemical and morphological properties suitable for paper production. That project not only strengthened my technical foundation, but also ignited a commitment to value addition from nature's overlooked gifts. Marriage brought about another transition, an interstate transfer from Lagos to the Oyo State Teaching Service. I was posted to Ogbomosho High School and subsequently to Anglican Grammar School, Ogbomosho, where I taught until 1999. That same year marked a turning point, the beginning of my academic career in the university system. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir. It was during the tenure of the late Professor A.M. Salau that I was appointed as an assistant lecturer. That appointment ushered me into the dual world of teaching and research. My pursuit of a PhD took its own journey. An opportunity to work in the laboratory of Professor Ikpachi in Germany was facilitated by my uncle, Professor Waheed Akinola Hazan of Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto. Unfortunately, I was unable to secure that scholarship to take up the offer. My attempt to bag a PhD degree from University of Ilorin was not also destined. I bagged a PhD from Lautech in 2007. Nutritional and industrial potential of underutilized plant parts. My interest lies in exploring the nutritional and industrial potentials embedded within fruits, food crops, medicinal plants, and raw materials that hold immense promise, yet remain largely underexploited. As beautifully articulated in the Holy Quran, Surah Al-An'am, Quran 6, verse 99. Wahuwa ledi anzala minas samai. He is the one who sent down the rain from the sky. With it, we produce vegetation of all kinds. When they begin to bear fruit, feast your eyes with the fruits and the ripeness thereof. Behold, in these things there are signs for people who believe. Allahu Akbar. Fruits. Botanically, fruit and seed containing organs found in the ripened ovary of a flower. They are the part of plant that produce seeds. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir. Several trees and shrubs abound in Nigeria. Most of them produce fruits which embedded various kinds of seeds. Table 1 shows some commonly used fruit in Nigeria, while Table 2 shows some wild fruit species. Only few indigenous species of fruit and vegetables have been promoted or researched, thus glancing, and not explored for human benefits. Most times, little attention has been paid to minor crop species like wild fruit trees, which provide diets for rural people, especially during the periods of drought. Most of these plant parts are underutilized. What are underutilized plants? These are tagged as neglected species, orphan plants, glance arts, and not fully explored. These are species whose contribution to sustainable food systems are severely undervalued due to a general lack of awareness and information. Many of the underutilized species are highly nutritious, rich in micronutrients and bioactive compounds. BELLO is 2008, 2013, 2023. Underutilization is the state of not being used enough or not used to full potential. we have and still underutilizing many plant species, be it fruits, vegetables, seed, spices, and generally natural resources, either as source of food, food adjuncts, pharmaceuticals, and as well as sources of raw materials for various industries. When last did we explore nature, travel around roadside, visit new areas, attracted to the array of plant species? What are the various effects of deforestation? How many of our plants have attained the status of a weed? When last have we domesticated the various plant species that grow in the wild? How many of our old food have become new foods? Are we conserving species that are known to be useful and those that are not known to be? Are we aware that the weeds of today are the crops of tomorrow? And the crops of today were weeds of yesterday, according to Olorode in 2024. Are what we refer to as weeds not a major segment of phytochemicals and herbal supply? How many are being sourced as raw materials for various industrial products? Are we just glancing and not exploring? Where are our road trees? Baba Mama from Ibadan, Ibadan Ma Jorosun. I'm not sure my Ibadan still see Oro to eat before sleeping. Ogbono seeds are from Oro. We all know how much a tin of ogbono is sold. How many Oro are at the Idi Ogbomoso, Idi Oro Ogbo Ejigbo, Idi Oro Ede, Idi Oro Owo? What of Atokapos communists is my so-called here? Breadfruit, Bere, Jaloke àti Ile-Ife. What of Agbayun? We all know the cost price of table sugar now. Even though the trees are felled because of infrastructural development and some other reasons, where are the trees replanted? How many Iwo indigenes know how Tamotococcus danena leaf, Ewe Eran, is cultivated? Is Ewe Eran cultivated in Iwo? Despite the available market for the leaf, Iwo Eleko Elewe Eran. How many seeds have we explored their oils for nutraceutical and industrial values? How many of our so-called weeds have we explored as sources of phytochemicals and nutraceuticals? So many of these questions beg for answers and underscore another call to action to conserve, research, and fully utilize these precious botanical resources rather than merely glancing at their existence without unlocking their full value. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, this author has explored many of these non-conventional underutilized plant species. Figure 1 shows this. Many have been documented. Ajasa Bello Ito 2004, Bello and Olawore 2012, Otemu Iwafolade Bello 2016, True to Ogundola Yekin Bello 2021 and beyond. However, meaningful progress is not achieved by merely acknowledging their existence. It requires a deliberate and thorough approach, properly identifying these species, critically reviewing the existing literature on their research status, and then rigorously exploring their diverse values. It is through such comprehensive investigation that sustainable development can truly be realized. Some of the constituents of some of the underutilized fruit and seed were reported in table 3 and 4. Let me illustrate with few. The Cola millenni, known as Obiedun. When glanced at, the bright red color are well attractive. During the fruiting period, large quantity of seed are produced in the numerous pods. Only young children lick the mesocarp. However, the treasure goes beyond consumption of the mesocarp. When analyzed, it was discovered that this mesocarp had high level of fiber. This can be encapsulated as anti-constipation agents. Very high level of calcium, high level of vitamin C than most commonly consumed fruits, to just mention a few. The seeds are, however, discarded and wasted season to season, unlike many other species of kola nuts. Proximate composition reveals a high oil content which is comparable with some conventional oils, and the iodine value of the oil compared favorably with that of cotton seed oil, sunflower seed oil, which were rated as premium oil. This seed contains fixed oil of varying fatty acid with nutraceutical values. The elution of 48 fatty acid from the C. millennial seed oil was presented in table 5, and oily compound was isolated and characterized as 22 ethoxy, 8, 11, 13, trimethyl docosa 8, 10, 12, triene from the seed is a fatty acid like DHA, a polyene fatty acid essential for growth and development. This fatty acid was rarely found in seed oil except in fish oils, and thus underscores their untapped potential as a valuable source of bioactive compounds. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, the seed of sea mineral was explored to enhance food security by prevention of damages done to beans by weevils. The seed was investigated for bioactive compounds and insecticidal activities against Calobruchus maculatus, known for destruction of beans on the feed and in storage. Bioactive compounds identified in the methanolic extracts and other reports were reported in table 6 to 8. Indeed, this line of inquiry has evolved into a broader research initiative. The development of a biopesticide from sea mineral seed extract is currently ongoing, led by my research group, comprising BELLO, Babarinde SA, Akinboro He. Notably, this innovative project was awarded a 10th IBR grant, a testament to its scientific relevance and national importance. We anticipate that this study will culminate in the creation of a safe, effective, and environmentally friendly alternative to the synthetic chemical insecticide currently in use, thus promoting good health and well-being. SDG 3. The valorization of sea mineral seed, which are typically discarded as waste, into raw material for biopesticide formulation, aligns with SDG 9, industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Ultimately, commercialization of this bioproduct holds the potential to generate economic opportunities and support poverty alleviation, fulfilling the aspirations of SDG 1. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, the Cola Mineral Project exemplifies how a previously overlooked plant species can be transformed into a tool for sustainable development, addressing food security, environmental safety, and economic empowerment. It reinforces the idea that with scientific curiosity and rigorous investigation, nature's hidden treasures can be harnessed for societal benefits. Another plant explored is the Pachira glabra, known as money tree. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, I trust many members of the Lautech community have come across this tree. Many people have glanced the plants. One specimen thrives in the front of Nigeria APH lab. Others stand behind the ICC building near the ODL Center. The Vice Chancellor's Lodge also hosts several trees, and this author personally domesticated one within the courtyard of the Department of Pure and Applied Chemistry, Lautech. In our quest to promote food security and sustainable diets, my team investigated the value-added potential of pig glabra seeds. Seeds were processed into a locally adapted snack product known as kuli kuli, as shown in figure 2. The resulting products, named PG kuli kuli, demonstrated high nutritional value. Sensory evaluation results were promising. PG kuli kuli was significantly preferred in taste, crispness, and flavor, indicating its strong acceptability among consumers. BELLO ISO 2024. These findings suggested that pig glabra seed could viably complement granules in kuli kuli production. What about the industrial potential and values? Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, beyond its food application, pig glabra seed oil has shown significant promise as a valuable industrial raw material. The plant's large pod contains numerous seeds with considerable oil yield of 47.8%, as shown in figure 3. Figure 3, making it a prospective candidate for agro-industrial exploitation. The oil has shown remarkable promise for industrial utilization, particularly in the cosmetics, pharmaceutical, and biofuel sectors. Table 10, 11, and 12 reported some of these metrics that affirm the versatility and quality of pig glabra oil for multiple downstream applications. In a further extension of its utility, the oil was characterized and incorporated into the development of antifungal soap, exhibiting broad-spectrum antimicrobial activity. A prototype ketoconazole-enriched soap formulated with pea oil demonstrated potential as a medicated skincare product targeting fungal infection. BELLO, Oladepo Ito 2025. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, as part of our continued commitment to exploring the economic value of underutilized indigenous plants, I wish to highlight a significant ongoing research effort by our team, Adedosu T.A., BELLO Hemo, and Ibrahim Ehu, on the utilization of pig glabra seed oil as a green resource for biodiesel production. Biodiesel, a renewable and biodegradable alternative to fossil fuel, is produced from natural oil and fat. Our project, which has won 34 IBR grants, focuses on the optimization of biodiesel from pig glabra seed oil as a promising and sustainable feedstock. This effort is directly aligned with SDG 7. The outcome of the study is expected to provide safe, cost-effective, and eco-friendly biodiesel that reduces greenhouse gas emission and reliance on fossil fuel. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, the pod of pig glabra, often discarded, is itself a valuable lignocellulosic biomass. It holds untapped potential in various applications. I therefore urge our esteemed researchers and innovators in absorption science, renewable energy, green chemistry, environmental engineering, not to merely glance at pig glabra, but to delve deeply into its multifaceted industrial value. Its seed and pod present an opportunity for transformative research that intersects energy security, waste valorization, and sustainable industrial development. Do not just glance, rather explore these valuable features for sustainable development. Avocado flesh. Avocado is important and only edible fruit of the family Lauriaceae. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, the plant part that goes to waste from avocado fruit contain more important chemical composition. The seed and peel are often wasted, glanced at, and not fully explored. Avocado peels are often discarded. Can value-added product be developed from avocado peel? Can avocado peel be sustainably harnessed in diabetes management? These questions motivated our research. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, instead of just glancing at this byproduct, our group formulated Afo-Peel tea, figure 5, utilizing avocado peel extracts. We then assessed its anti-diabetic and nutraceutical properties. The results were detailed in figure 5 to 7 and tables 14 to 16. Our findings indicated that avocado peel extract possess significant potential for practical applications in diabetes management. The formulation of Afo-Peel herbal tea offers a convenient and palatable method to deliver these beneficial compounds while promoting sustainable utilization of avocado peel waste. Ibironke Abdulhamid, BELLO, Ito 2025. Atocarpus heterophyllus, known as jackfruit. BELLO, Ito 2008 reported the chemical composition of the fruit and evaluated their level of nutrients and anti-nutrients. From health perspective, the fruit is rich in nutrients which contribute to cardiovascular health, improve digestion, and enhance immune function. What of crotons and vesicles, known as ajeobale in Yoruba? BELLO in 2014 investigated the nutrient content and fatty acid of the leaves and seed oil of crotons and vesicles. The sustainable utilization not only offers opportunity for health improvements, but also for economic empowerment through value-added products. Therefore, rather than leaving these versatile plants on tap or regarded solely as sacred, focused research and industrial exploration who harness its full potential for medicinal, nutritional, and commercial benefits. Big Zar Oredana, Osun Elede. Big Zar Oredana belongs to the family Bixiaceae. The seed contains a pigment called bixin. The pulp and seed are rich in flavonoids, phenolic compound, and essential oil. However, the growing demand for health-promoting seasoning, alongside increased focus on natural and organic options, has sparked interest in underutilized essential oil-bearing plants for the production of functional food seasoning with valuable nutraceutical properties. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, my team explored the potential of 3 essential oil-bearing plant parts, annatto, separately combined with Osimum gracicinum ephedrine, Eucalyptus citiodora, lemon-scented eucalyptus, eweoli, to produce functional food seasonings labeled as organats and ecanats, respectively. Organats inclusion was accepted for cooked rice and noodles at 5.6% and 2.78% respectively, while 5.6% and 5.41% inclusion of ecanats was accepted for cooked rice and noodles. The results were reported in figures 8 to 9, tables 17 to 20. BELLO, Oladepo Iso 2023. The annatto-based formulated seasonings are highly acceptable. They are nutrient-rich functional food and phytomedicine products that can complement existing organic seasonings. Their commercialization holds promising potential as a transformative opportunity for socio-economic development. Therefore, I urge that we do not just glance at annatto or be irritated by his local Yoruba name Osun Elede, but rather explore his rich nutraceutical and wide-ranging industrial values. The figs, Ficus exasperator, commonly called sandpaper tree, ewe ekpin in Yoruba. In tropical habitats, many animals, particularly fruit-eating birds, rely on figs as a nutritious food source. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, the figs are well enjoyed by birds. Humans have also exploited the figs. BELLO 2014. The fruit of Ficus exasperator is a good dietary source of protein. The fatty acids compare favorably well with that of some conventional seed oil, as indicated in figure 10. Thus, this plant holds great potential for further phytochemical exploration to enhance livelihoods. What about leafy vegetables? Green leafy vegetables constitute an indispensable constituent of human diet in Africa. They are rich in folic acid, and their inclusion in African traditional diets can reduce the risk of diet-related non-communicable diseases, as reported by Akinwande in 2021. Although leafy vegetables are vital for food security and wellness, great nutritional value, chemotherapeutic and health promoting, many of them are glanced at, not explored, and allowed to waste away, risking the extinction. In a study conducted by BELLO in 2010, several respondents were asked to indicate their level of awareness about and consumption of some leafy vegetables. Levels of sin and heating were asked to be indicated in a structured open-ended questionnaire with botanical and local names included for easy identification. The results were reported in table 21. Frequency of sin and heating rates ewedu, ayes, tete, gbure, ugu. Among the vegetables, yanrin, elegede, kuka, ewe pandoro, ewe egba, and others were rated high in percentages of not sin. This showed that most of the vegetables are becoming endangered. I also wish to ask this honorable audience too. How many people have seen in recent times or have eaten vegetables like Jatropha tandorensis, Shaya, Iyanakpaja? Although Iyanakpaja is becoming popular now, if you are a lover of Iyanakpaja, come to chemistry department. Go and plug it there. And Fata Doniana, Ewiori, Pakia Biglobosa, all these vegetables. But why not? Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, it is important to know that many of these underutilized vegetables contain more micronutrients, bioactive compounds, and lower levels of anti-nutrients than commonly consumed tete. For example, the tete adayeba contain more crude protein, ascorbic acid, and lipid compared to the exotic green variety. Therefore, Iyanakpaja has been found to be a superior source of calcium, iron, vitamin C compared to tete. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, effect of processing was studied on V. amygdalina, ewuro. Raw samples contain very high level of health benefiting antioxidant ascorbic acid. Blanching in hot water reduced the ascorbic acid by 12.1.3%, while the common method of maceration to remove the bitter taste reduced ascorbic acid by 96%. With maceration, ascorbic acid and most water-soluble vitamins are lost in the water, which many times are thrown away. Therefore, it was recommended that V. amygdalina and other vegetables should be minimally processed. For how many people we want to consume bitter leaf with its original bitter taste? Okoro, abi, leaf of tree, ewe ori, ewe sisem, ogbe ori akuko, all these they contain high beneficial micronutrients. BELLO Iso, Amusa BELLO, and Oladeji, 2016. These vegetables, given their rich nutrient profile, are well positioned to complement conventional vegetables, thereby contributing significantly to food security and sustainable livelihood. They should not just be glanced at, rather explore for sustainable development. Table 22, figure 11 and 12 reported the properties of some of the underutilized vegetables. Spices and condiments are defined as natural plants or vegetable product or mixture in whole or ground form, which are used traditionally for aroma and as preservatives. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, while spices are primarily appreciated for their ability to transform bland foods into culinary delights, their health benefits extend far beyond taste enhancements. Many spices are rich source of vitamins, mineral, and trace elements. Regrettably, many of these spices abound in our environment and most times left to waste, neglected, and underutilized. An average woman will prefer to buy bay leaf in supermarkets, but neglect various eucalyptus leaves that abound in our environment. The eucalyptus leaves could be used as spice. It will not yield only essential oil benefits, but also nutritional benefits. Onion bulbs are usually consumed, while the onion peels, the top, bottom, thrown away. Why? BELLO characterized the onion bulb and the different parts that are wasted and discovered that nutrients are better concentrated at the peel, top and bottom. The top, bottom are valuable source of protein, fat, and nutritive elements, while the outer scale is a potentially valuable source of dietary fiber. And this oil is an essential source of essential fatty acids than the onion bulb consumed. These findings suggested that such onion waste can be innovatively repurposed as components of seasoning blends and spices, thereby promoting good health, sustainable consumption, and responsible production, SDG 3 and 12. These underutilized plant parts that bear essential oils are reservoirs of beneficial phytochemicals. Tables 23 and 24, along with figure 13, illustrate some of these overlooked spices, underscoring their untapped nutritional values. Conclusion and recommendation. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, our studies have shown that the different indigenous plant parts, which most times are neglected, wasted season to season, and underutilized, have potential for diversified products. The indigenous knowledge of the use of the plants is a fundamental component in the scaling up for commercialization. There are many recommendations. Government policies on biodiversity conservation should be enforced. Individuals should endeavor to practice home gardening and learn simple value chain technology for production. Let us therefore not just glance at the abundant natural resources surrounding us. Instead, let us truly explore them with depth and persistence. It is through these deeper engagements, not just glance, rather explore, that we can unlock the vast values of underutilized plant species for sustainable development. Conservation and domestication of these plants are essential to securing their benefits for present and future generations. Such efforts will play a pivotal role in achieving the sustainable development goals. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, underutilized plant species are no longer the crops of the margin. They are the untapped gold mines of the future. It is time we stop glancing and start exploring. With the vision of the scientists, the skill of the industrial chemists, and the commitment of a nation ready to build a more sustainable and inclusive tomorrow. Finally, as we navigate the heart and explore nature for sustainable development goal, it should be noted, however, that humans and chemists especially can only recreate and transform from raw materials to final products and from crudes to valuable end products. Yet, the ultimate source of life and growth lies with the Creator. As the Holy Quran reveals, the Creator is the one who sends down rain from the sky and produces thereby the growth of all things. He is the one who revived the dead earth and brought forth from its grain, garden of palm trees and grapes. Human beings' hands have not produced them, so be grateful. He is the one who spread out the earth and placed on his firm mountains and caused to grow every beautiful kind, made in his midst of subsistence for us, while we are not the suppliers. Therefore, exalted is he who created all peers from what the heart grows and from themselves, and from which they do not know. All praises and adoration are due to Allah, the Lord of all worlds, the first, the last. who created the heavens and all and earth and all water between them in 6 days, and established himself on the throne. He neither sleep nor slumber. Praise is to him above all that they associate with him. Appreciation. All praises are due to Almighty Allah for keeping me alive to present this inaugural lecture. I acknowledge his grace that I enjoy, and I can never deny any of his favor since conception to today. To my late father, Alhaji Nafiu Olagoke Adelani Ajani Olore, Allahumma igfilahu warhamu. Have mercy on him, bless him more than he cared for me when I was young. I'm so incredibly grateful and happy that I've had this much more with my father, a teacher par excellence, a disciplinarian, yet loving father. My mother, late Alhaja Mariam Adepeju Ayoni, Iya MUIBAT, a mother in a million. Your care and affection can never be quantified. May your soul continue to receive Allah's mercy. I also extend my gratitude to my late parents-in-law, Alhaji Yusuf Amuda Bello and Alhaja Nimotalai Asakun Bello. Grandma, oh yeah, Dideo, I was worried when she was not there yet sometimes ago. The matric of Ajani Olore family. Mama mi, Alhaja Nifat Omoyeba Moduro Dede Ayoka, Ayoloba, Ọmọ Ọlọ́fà, Mama Professor, Ẹ̀gbọ́n Professor, Ọmọ ìyá mẹ́ta, Grandma ọmọ mẹ́ta. Alhamdulillah, that Allah spares your life to witness today. I beseech Allah to continue to preserve you in goodness. Ẹ jókòó. My entire family by blood and marriage are well appreciated. The Asans, the Otuns, the Biokus, the Animashan, Amao, and all of the law-lost extraction, Akinyo, all next generation of Mama Meta, Baba Ben, are you here? Next generation of Baba Meta, Yable, the Atandas, all the Atandas, the Abdulhamid, Dr. Yakub, the entire Ajani Olore, Olore Oloba Esan family. Akiyo, Alhaji, Are Ajani, Buliamin Mahmoud, please kindly stand up for recognition. Buliamin Mahmoud, Alhaji Ismail, oh, they are watching us online. Ismail, Idris, Nuruddin, and their spouses. Next, Auntie Mioya, stand up for recognition. My elderly sister. And still stand up. Engineer J.O. Koro, they stand up too. Okay, they are my source of pillar. All the stories that you heard from me, she was the one that related them to me. Her resilience, her patience has kept me going. I love you forever. Mommy Yinka, are you here? Auntie Romoke, everybody, thank you. The Fasasis, thank you for coming. Mommy Yinka. The Fasasis, the Prince and the Elias, Alhaji Atel Oshogbo, thank you, and Mama, everybody, àwọn àgbàlagbà, wọ́n tún wá, àwọn ìyá over 80, the Adegbolas, the entire Yusuf Bello, Tenibegi lójú, Polewa, Adúpẹ́ ẹ ṣé o. Àwọn adé orí mi nìyẹn, Alhaja Taiwo Bello, Mama Ejigbo, okay, Daddy and Mommy, Honorable Tunde, and Director of Nursing Service, Funmi Babalola, are you here? Okay. Alhaji TB and late Alhaja M. Toyosi Bello, Alhaja Nura Tajimosi, Olori Mulika Gaspar, Olori Mulika, thank you for coming. Mr. Kazim, Mr. Murita Lamkuge, Bolewa, Madam Kubura, Iyoba, Bolowa, okay. Mrs. Iyabo Bello, Mr. Kule, Mr. Waliu, Mr. Kule, thank you for coming. I want to sell yard oil. Mr. Waliu, Bolewa. Okay, Mrs. Mujidat Alaga, she's watching us online. Mrs. Bashirat, that's my Soko. Allah, you are welcome, sir, Daddy. Okay, Mrs. Bashirat Shokubi, Mr. Sheriff and their spouse. I thank you all at all times. I especially recognize Mujidat Aderanti Bello Alaga for holding forth when my children were young. I'm eternally grateful to all my teachers, lecturers, and mentors. From my primary school, secondary, advanced, my lecturers at Adeyemi OAU, my HOD in 1991, Professor Mrs. Ibiyinka Ogunlade, thank you for believing in us. My first degree mate, Professor Mrs. Oluremi Olabanji, OAU. Then my big sister, Haji Ajuwerat Omolade Sodiq, kindly stand up. I want to sub-region here. Stand up. Titie, Olowo, Omo Olowo, Okaikare. She took care of me when I was at undergraduate. I thank you so much. I'm indebted to all my lecturer, supervisor, and colleagues at University of Ibadan. The Soko Owodo is coming in at the right time. Let me first of all mention, where is Baba, Professor Nureni Olaide? Is Baba Olawore here already? Thank you. Oh. Can they stand up for recognition? Thank you very much. I'm my Soko Wodo of Ile-Ife. Baba Soko, please stand up for recognition. That's Professor Steve R. Adewusi, retired professor of applied chemistry from OAU, Ile-Ife. Thank you. I acknowledge Professor F.A. Adekola. You will stand up with all the CSM members, all Chemical Society of Nigeria Kwara chapter. Kindly stand up for recognition. I thank you very much. I recognize Professor F.A. Adekola for his mentorship role. The sisterly and friendly law of Professor Modina Abdurrahim Iyamo. I thank you. Professor Ele Usman S. Oguntoye, during their tenure, I was the external examiner at chemistry department in Unilorin. Professor H.K. Okoro, I was the external examiner at industrial chemistry Unilorin. I don't know, maybe all this my God sent mentor during my PhD research are here. Professor S. Ofalade, are you here or you are watching us online? Oluyemi Aderogba Adekunle of OAU. Professor Aiho Oladoshu. Aihe Ogunwande, Professor Oho Fapojuwo, B.A. Akiwande, and A. Latif. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to late Professor Hayhem Salau. May Allah continue to have mercy on his beautiful soul. He facilitated by appointment. I'm grateful to his wife too, Mama, Alaja Muslimat Bojisola Salau. May you continue to enjoy Allah's favor. Once again, I thank Professor Eno Olawore. And Alaja Ewo Olawore, where is Alaja Ewo Olawore? Okay, because she actually introduced some of these seeds to me. Diki J. Adebisi of biochemistry, he was the one that introduced me to Igboho. I thank you. I appreciate Professor O.P. Faboya, who was the HOD when I was appointed. I'm indeed very grateful to the Vice Chancellor, sir, and the management team, Professor Razak Olatunde Rom Kalilu, and the management team for approval and provision of logistics for this inaugural lecture. I thank all the management team and the latest professor, Professor Adefunkaye Sebijua, the librarian. I thank you. I equally appreciate all the past Vice Chancellor, Professor Raji, Professor Bibi Adeleke, Nassar, Professor A.S. Badegesi, during whose tenure I became a professor. My own father, Professor M.O. Ologunde, who appointed me as Director of Guest House and Catering Services under the Lautech Venture Chairmanship of now Bobagunwa of Igbo Land. Is Bobagunwa of Igbo Land here? High Chief Adelani Olaiwola Olowokere, please stand up for recognition. Thank you. It is during the tenure that the hall was commercialized and served as IGR for Lautech. Marriage ni oni baje lailai. And late Professor M.O. Liasu, may his soul continue to receive mercy. He appointed me as chairperson governing board of Lautech International College and Lautech Staff School. The past and current dean of Faculty of Pure and Applied Sciences are well appreciated. Professor Oho Fawole, E.T. Ayodele, O.M. Oni, A.T. Oladipo, Professor A.T.J. Ogunkole, my DPC Strategy and Development. He allocated a befitting office accommodation for me at New F Pass Complex. Thank you to my own Professor G.O. Ishola. Thank you. Professor M.O. Alade, my dean, sir, appointed me as the chairperson of F-Pass ASP Skills. All committee members of ASP, you are well appreciated. All the senior professors in my faculty and university are well appreciated. Professor J.K. Oloke, L.A. Sumonu, Professor T. Ebijuwa, and others too numerous to mention. I equally appreciate the University Academic Lecture Committee and its team, Professor A. Oladisi and others, and also my steering committee, ably chaired by Professor T. Adedoshu, Professor A. O. Ibrahim, and the new Professor A. O. Alade. I'm equally grateful for the assistance for Alikma University. All Alikma University committee members, please kindly stand up for recognition. Alikima people, Alikima, the founder, Alhaji Chief, Dr. Abdurrahim Oladimeji OFR, Aṣíwájú of Igbominala, ẹ bá ń jíṣẹ́ pé mo kí wọn, Arógundádé of Lagos, Baba Oba of Ọ̀fà, past vice chancellors, registrar deans, and entire Alikma University community. My own father, Professor R.D. Abubakar, is Mama Abubakar here? Mama Abubakar from Ilorin, of Professor R.D. Abubakar. Thank you for coming. She should be here. Professor Agay Abdulkarim, Professor Taufik Ibrahim, Professor Noah Yusuf, and the newest Vice Chancellor, Professor L.F. Oladimeji. Our Mama, Dr. Mrs. R.M. Oladimeji, Professor Fashuroti Maidin, Professor Ipuola Okunlola, Alhaji Adisa, Dr. Eleburuke Oyewumi Musa, Jamakaiva, Dr. Lagunju, Dr. TK, thank you. Others, thank you. I also appreciate my friendly working experience at UNU INRA, Accra, Ghana. Dr. Elias T. Ayub, Professor Peter Ezeaku, and others. I also acknowledge Professor Maruf Asani for facilitating my appointment to work under Dr. Yemi Adegoke. Thank you. I appreciate the leadership and all members of NAWAC's Lautech chapter, CSN, ICON, Royal Society of Chemistry. And I appreciate the Elewi Omo. And the Elewi Omo ọjọ́ jajagun ṣáwọn Elewi Omo jajagun ṣáwọn ń bì ẹ wà ń bì Ajia Khadija Tóyìn Adédìgbà ẹ bá wa kí wọn o. Àwọn kọ́là ń wọgbó láti mọ rí gbogbo àwọn síìdì àwọn fẹ̀jítẹ́bù yẹn o. Àwọn tó jajagun ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn o. Ẹ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín ẹ ṣe bá wa kí Jáwé Sọlá o. Ẹ bá wa kí bàbá Jáwé Sọlá o. So ẹ ṣe to all members of my departments, my HOD, Professor O.S. Amuda, Odunola, Isi Ayodele, Efi Adelowo, late Professor Olajire, Professor Emi Oladipo, Onawumi, Aye Bello, Esola, and others. Thank you. To my research group, Professor Akintola, S.A. Babarinde, Akinboro, A.F. Ogundola, Adedoshu, I thank you. The effort of our chief technologists are equally appreciated. Chief technologist Olawuyi, Fakorede, Adebisi, Omolere, Akanji Bello, and those ones at the APH, Mama Folahanmi, Mr. Alabi, ẹ bá ń jíṣẹ́ fún Mama Folahanmi o, Mr. Salami, Akindele of course. I thank all my past and present students, too numerous to mention. They have been part of my success story. Dr. Mrs. T. Eyekin, Dr. Alimi, A.R.A. Arotayo, Ayodele, Oketunbi Adelaja, Adegbola, Eme Oladepo, ọmọ dáadáa, Ibironke, Aye Dauda, I thank you. I also appreciate the leadership and members of ADSO Student Association Odosa. Our members of Ansarudeo Student Association here. Do we have people here? Thank you. Thank you. Iwo Grammar School Student Association, Aunty Yinka Alagbe, Dr. Ben Asu Chairman. Okay, I remember you. Ejigbo Local Government Area Academia and Professors Forum. I have been involved in some ways toward the development of Iwo land. I am grateful to His Imperial Majesty, Oba Dr. Abdulrasheed Adewale Akanbi, Ilufemiloye Teluwan, the Oluwo of Iwo land, for appointing me as a member of IBOT 3. All IBOT 3 members present here, please kindly stand up for recognition. Our Baba, Professor Lai Olurode. Please, Enemi Loju, Dr. Adiagbo, Dr. Engineer Rector Taufik, Gan for coming. Mama Olori, Dr. Yabo Lamuye and others. I thank everybody. My education committee people, Chief Kunle Alabi, thank you for coming. Mr. Razak, Otumayowa, and others. I thank you. I also appreciate the leadership of Iwo Progressive Group, Agbaki of Iwo Land, Alhaji Moshood Tayo Giwa, Come on, Binusibio. All the high chiefs, sons and daughters of Iwo, I appreciate you for your good wishes. My purpose of existence in this world is to serve Allah. I'm indeed grateful to the entire Lautech Muslim community under the spiritual leadership of Professor A. Tijani, Chief Imam of Lautech. Grand Chief Imam of Ogbomoso Land, Dr. Teliat Yunus Olushina Ajilara II. Grand Chief Imam of Iwo Land, Dr. Muhammad Sani Abdulmumin. Chief Imam of Anwaru Islam Iwo Mission, you are here. Chief Imam, kindly stand up for recognition. Dr. Imam Sani Abayomi Abdulrasak. Form 1, gbogbo ẹ̀yin mọ̀mọ́ mi Form 1 ẹ dìde o. Mọ̀mọ́ mi Adébáyọ̀, Mama Lantansa. Ẹ ṣá rọra, okay, Form 1. She was actually my teacher at primary school. This mama. Amir Tahun Sheikh Daoud Imran Molasan. Dr. Kosim Olukosi, are you here? Please stand up for recognition. Thank you. Imam Alawiye Ejigbo. Alfa Latika Nike. Isiyasuna of Ejigbo land here. Ajia Majida Okunla Ayoka. Are you here? Okay, maybe she's on her way. Mr. Oyedepo Tajudeen. Our own Sheikh Mikail. Is Sheikh Mikail here? Sheikh Mikail. Imam Alhaji Taufik. Ustaz Muhammad. Abdullahi, Hafiz Usman Bakare, Idris Ahmad, Ustaz Waliullah Adekunle, all members of late Adedokun Ratibi Masjid, Isale General, I thank you. Ẹ̀yin mọ̀mọ́ Tawakalisu members, kindly stand up for recognition. I appreciate you all. And our Ustaz, Imam Alhaji Saadullah, I thank you for the spiritual growth. All members of Pious Muslim Women International Organization, kindly stand up for recognition. Pious, Alhamdulillah. Pious Muslim Women International Organization, under the leadership of Professor Hamdallah Taiwo Yusuf, and my mama who introduced me to Pious, Dr. Faustat Biola Olagunju, I thank you for the spiritual developments. The Muslim Scholarship Fund of Nigeria, MSFM, Professor A. Rahim, and other board of trustees member, I thank you. NASFAT members worldwide, Eastbourne leadership and members, TMC, MSSN, Concerned Muslim Group and Atakwa Muslim Cooperative, Ajah Jojus, stand up for recognition, please. Okay, Alaja Kande, Alaja Nofiu, Oyinkola and others. Grandma for Alijono, late Alaja Aira Ajoke Bioku, Ajah Amina Sadiq, she's watching us online. Grandma Alpha, Grandma Campbell, Ajah Mr. Hassan. Please, Ajah Riscott Hassan, kindly stand up for recognition, ma. Thank you, thank you. You are welcome, thank you. And others too numerous to mention. All the members of the Iwola Ramadan program, Dr. Abdulhamid Taufik, Rector, Federal Polytechnic Ayede, stand up for recognition. Thank you, sir. Professor Mujidat Omolara, Mrs. Tawakalisu Akanbi, Alaja and Alaja Oriolowo, Alaja and Alaja Shafa, Dr. Mrs. Suliat Ogungboyega, are you here? Thank you. The Progressive Values Club, PVC, kindly stand up for recognition. Thank you. President Olurode Musa, Dr. Muritala Jabaru, and others. I appreciate my neighbors, the Okeleye family, Adekunle, the Ashifat, the Akorede, Adigun, the Bankoles, the role of my dear friend. My friend, Ajah Sidikat Morolayo Ibrahim, where are you? Stand up, thank you all the time. Our engineer Tajudeen Akagbe Oji, where is Oji? I thank you. Finally, my husband, Daddy B. Alhaji Wale Bello. I thank you for your love, understanding, support, sacrifice, perseverance, and encouragement to reach the peak of my career. Words cannot express my appreciation. My success has been possible with you. I'm indeed very grateful. Jazakumullahu khairan. Allah shall reward you abundantly. I love you forever and I dedicate this lecture to you. I equally appreciate our children, the other Reef, Alaja Abibat Bolanle, Nasrullah Bolaji, ACA, stand up for recognition now. Ridwanullah Bolariwa, ACA, and Lasby, Sheikh Baby, Fadullah Boladale Bello. I thank you all for your rapt attention. I return all glories to Allah. Subhana Rabbika, Rabbil Isati Amoya Sifun, Wassalamu ala Mursalin, walhamdulillah. Ọpẹ́ ní fún ọba aláwo tó ní kọjọ́ òní bá wà láyé bàbá bẹ̀bẹ̀ bọ́ lọ́la ò bá gbà a ò lè dọ́ Ọlọ́run lẹ́jọ́. Alhamdulillah, thank you all.
On behalf of the Vice Chancellor, I declare the 66th inaugural lecture of the university closed.
Lautech anthem.
We sing the Lautech, your promotion of applied sciences. Oh, see the spectrum and the meaning of the race of progress. Students of Lautech are the leaders today we manifest. Great stuff committed.
Please, let's remain standing while the Vice Chancellor and other members of the high table take their leave.
It's lovely Lautech, you've kept the promise. Now we're singing, all dressed in splendor, as your promise again is kept. Oh dear sweet rainbow, allure my feelings, make so timeless. One race for zenith, we together began one day. You led me on as we've come this far. We fixed our shoulders and determined just to win. You led me on as the race was made.